Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Wednesday the 18th of November 2020. The time is 05:20 London GMT, and we've just had the close of the Asian session, opening up the European session. Our lunchtime in London will be the start of the North American session. So let's make a start then. Yesterday, which was Tuesday the 17th, the complex flows look like this. So dollar on the negative, euro, yen on the positive, pound positive. So we'll put the figures in: plus 85 for the pound, plus 62 for the yen, minus 49 for the euro, and minus 98 for the dollar. So this was Tuesday the 17th of the 11th. That was the flows for the entire day. So if we look, we've got a negative opposed driver in the dollar. We've got a negative rock in the euro, positive mover in the yen, and a positive secondary driver in the pound. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, go to the educational videos, what are complexes and how to calculate them. There's two more that explain what I'm going on about. Right, basically, so yesterday we had the dollar driving negatively. It was opposed by the euro, because we also had negative flows out of the euro. Right, most of those flows were going into the pound, although it's quite balanced. So the pound and the yen were soaking up the opposing positive flows. Right, so let's look at the intra-week flows, and this is becoming more relevant now because we're getting to the halfway point of the week. So let's have a look then. So we've got dollar again. Basically the batting order hasn't changed, so we can just stick that in straight away. So we've got yen, pound. Obviously the figures are different. So plus 126 on the pound, and the yen is plus 116. The euro is minus 70. The dollar is minus 172. So this is from Monday the 16th, which was the beginning of the week, to about half an hour ago. So that's the intra-week flows. So we've got the opposed negative driver on the dollar again. So it's opposed. We've got a negative rock, positive mover on the yen, and positive secondary driver on the pound. Right, so that's the intra-week flows. We'll just polish this off with the intraday flows, which are to date. So, and again, these flows are in the same batting order. So let's just write those in quickly. Yen, pound. So this is what we got: plus 25 on the pound, plus 22 on the yen, minus 14 on the euro, and minus 33 on the dollar. So this is right, so we're Wednesday the 18th of the 11th, which is today, to about half an hour ago. So we've got negative opposed driver in the dollar, negative rock, positive mover in the yen, and positive secondary driver in the pound. Right, so let's make some sense of that then. Right, so yesterday flows were coming out of the dollar. The dollar was weak. It was going in quite equally really into the pound and the yen, predominantly the pound. And then over the whole week so far, we've had quite a similar situation. Dollar weakness with flows going into the pound and yen. And you've got euro weakness in a secondary manner. So, and then so far today, what have we got? Well, we've got similar situation really. So we've got dollar weakness, flows mainly going into the yen, so the pound and the yen, with a bit of euro weakness. So what can we say about the flows then? Well, they've been fairly consistent. If you remember, Monday I suggested we should buy on a short-term swing pound pairs against the dollar and the yen. Now, if you look at what's happened so far this week, the pound dollar. So the pound dollar has actually, where is it? Gone up 87 points from the Monday open, and the pound yen is actually now at zero, right? So the pound yen has been messing about so far this week. So we get a bit of a tick for the pound dollar, and the pound yen has been struggling. Now, this obviously is related to the secondary yen weakness, because we've got the yen is the positive mover right the way through the week. Now, we were expecting a bit of an equity transmission on the yen. So we're expecting yen weakness because of equities going up, and yens have struggled so far. Sorry, not yen. The equities have struggled so far this week, and really that is the reason why we've had this problem in the transmissions. Now, yesterday I was suggesting long euro yen. Now, long euro yen has a similar situation, except we thought that we were going to get secondary flows into the euro at backdoor flows, if you like, and the yen was going to come down again. If you remember the yen on the monthly basis, the last 3 or 4 months, the yen, that dodgy chart I showed you, that the yen is very high in terms of positioning, and has not really given up that strength yet. So the yen has plenty of potential for downside even. Right, so these were reasonable, and if you managed to catch the How to Trade the Forex Super Model part 2 yesterday, you'll realise that trades initially going against us on short-term swings are really what we want. So you could argue that was quite useful to us. The euro yen going down, even though we were suggesting we were looking at long trades. That's another matter. Now, so what's going to knock the stuff around today? Well, if you look at the data, I've written this down somewhere. You've got CPI for the pound and the CAD, and you've got Old Bailey having another speech, Bank of England governor. So and then tomorrow you've got AUD employment data, and you've got Lagarde having a good go on the speeches for the euro side. So that's data print risk, and also in the background you've got murmurings of a Brexit trade deal coming out in the next few days. We've always got murmurings, but we've got stronger positive noise there. So how are our trades doing? Well, as you know, we're running 38 trades, 19 long, 19 short, in the full pound complex, which includes the CAD, the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, and the chuff, and 1.2 the size on the long trade, so we're 20% long, and we're around near the highs of our cycle in terms of where we've been recently, and we're about, what are we, 1860 points to the good at the moment. So not bad. The New Zealand, the pound New Zealand has recovered from the lows. That was giving us a bit of grief for a while last week, and we seem to at the moment have recovered because they repriced after their negative rates change, effectively the stance on negative rates. So that's where our trades are. We're sort of about the 1900 mark, knocking on the door for the 2000, and we're waiting for this push. So let's just sum up then today and look where we're going to go and what we're going to try and achieve. Well, looking at the flows, the pattern hasn't really changed. The interesting one, as I said, is the daily flows. The intra-week flows on the pound yen. They're now back to base camp. They've been for a walk, they've had their lunch, and they've come back. So we're back at the 0 point. So we're at a neutral point in the pound yen. The equity markets are, as I said, they're disturbed and struggling at the moment. They're looking for direction, but the things in their favour are, as I said, the yen transmission. The yen is very high in positional terms, so there's plenty of elbow room to come down. So let's just rub that off and make a final decision on what we're talking about. So we're the pound dollar, the pound yen, and the euro yen, all these to the long side of what we've been looking at this week so far. Nothing has much changed, except we've had a little bit of a slump. As soon as we get some equity impulsion, the yen is going to let go. So this yen weakness is still valid. This potential yen weakness is still valid. The dollar is still under the cosh a bit, but and that's despite equity disturbance. The dollar quite often comes up a bit off the back of equity disturbance. So that's interesting. So nail the colours to the mast again. If you're clever with your entry and you get into this so-called smug zone, the euro yen possibly has a little bit further to fall, but we're still quite keen on long euro yen trades. So Lagarde's the guards having a go as well, so it's potential. So we're still keen on long euro yen. Excuse me. That would be where we'd carry on sticking our stick in today, and obviously we're still running the pound trades as well across the complexes. So yeah, long euro yen. You have to be quite cute on the entries, but that looks like it's going to have a turnaround and start going up. So thank you very much.